Truck guys are going to be going live from Kentucky Raceway. Oh, mile and a half, pretty bumpy, high wear track. Got about 30 to 35 trucks that are going to be on track, mixing it up, getting ready to go. Their connection test is done. They're going to be out on track, getting ready to qualify here in just a second. Tonight, I will actually have a pretty special guest in the booth with me, none and only than Boehner. Boehner, you see him in the Xfinity and the Cup Series. You also might have seen him get his moment of fame last night during that invitational. So let's get old Boehner here in the booth, and we'll talk to him. Boehner, you got me.
I'm here, Pete. Hey, what a cool
buddy.
weekend for.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry about that.
Very cool weekend for you.
Yeah, I was going to say for esports in general, the with the iRacing on earlier tonight, kind of that all-star event last night. I mean, it's been really cool, and I got to say, I'm as excited for these Cup guys and NNR in this field as I've been for any of it. I really can't wait for this to get rocking and rolling here.
Yeah, again, 30 trucks on track, mile and a half track. It's multi-groove, a lot of racing. I'm sure we're going to see a lot of side-by-side. There were a couple seem like hot spots for a little bit of contact. We'll just have to see how that works out. Carroll won't be in the field tonight, so Stryker is going to lead this pack around tonight. He's going to make sure he gets the points and gets everything up and running. It's going to be a lot of fun. But before we do that, as always, NNR, we hand it over to Madison Rising. They've allowed us to use their version of the national anthem at the onset of every NNR truck, Xfinity, or Cup race. Tonight is no exception. Guys, go ahead and please stand and remove your hats. Here's our friends, Madison Rising.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallant
All right, and once again, a very big thank you to Madison Rising for allowing NNR to use their national anthem before every race. We absolutely appreciate it, guys. Head on over to Spotify and look them up. I know Country Girl has said that she's found them in the past and she likes them. Also, look up Dave Bragg USA. Since Madison Rising allowed NNR to use their national anthem. The lead singer from Madison Rising actually went his own way. He's got his own thing going. His name is Dave Bray USA. Please go ahead and look him up. But NNR will continue to be very appreciative to Madison Rising for allowing us to use their anthem. So as you see above the NNR logo, we got a very special guest in the booth tonight. Again, it's Boehner. Boehner, this is a mile and a half, very grippy track, a lot of grooves, very high wear. When you were doing your testing for either the Xfinity or the Cup race that we'll catch on Tuesday or Thursday night, what kind of laps were you able to really get down on a field without giving away anything personal to you? We don't want you to give out any setup info, but what did you find as far as the wear? How I mean, did you find that you might actually have to pit for tires before gas, or was it kind of equal?
Yeah, a couple of keys to this race, Pete. I actually haven't done too much Xfinity or Cup practice, but I did hop in and run some practice with these truck guys earlier this afternoon. And I think some of the keys to the race, number one, the right rear tire, I noticed it didn't really matter what preset you went with. It tended to really starve itself for life, especially towards the end of the run. So you mentioned very grippy track. That's true on new tires, but depending on how you get those adjustments in, it can get pretty treacherous off of two. The car will want to pull down towards the apron, and it's not very forgiving if you got to correct it when it's getting loose there. So I would see guys maybe pounding that turn two wall here and there, but we'll see how they get through it. As far as a fuel run, I think 25 laps is pretty safe. I'd say the right rear tire, even if you are able to stretch it, does become a factor. I don't see guys stretching it much further than that unless they really commit to saving early on. But yeah, I'm interested to see, Pete, honestly, what these guys do with their presets. Adjustments are actually going to be vital at Kentucky, I feel like. And yeah, I would say about 25 lap fuel runs. Stages are 35 laps here, the first two. So everyone should be on pit road at least once, ruling out a lot of strategy, at least for our first couple stages.
Gotcha. So even though this track is much, much shorter than last week at Pocono, which, by the way, we saw a lot of great racing in that doubleheader last week. A lot of points earned, a lot of points lost. I'm still waiting for Coey to update the points in the Xfinity and the Cup Series, which, by the way, you can see the series points scrolling across the bottom of the stream underneath the community information. If you want to know more about NNR, please go to nnrleague.com. Under Twitter. You can catch him there at @no_name_racing. HD Motorsports, the guy that I mean the infamous guy that I broadcast with on Thursday nights. There's his Twitter, and of course my own Repeat 1975. So this track, even though it's a mile in distance less than Pocono, they're still going to be looking at cutting, more than likely cutting the fuel strategy or the fuel right in half. There's really nobody that's able to maybe save anything to try to stretch it a little bit further. Then again, it also depends on where the cautions fall. If there's any cautions, these truck guys are notorious, or for going green all the way. You mentioned the different grooves during the connection test to make sure that everybody was getting on and they were all nobody's lagging or whatever. I did see a couple trucks actually able to get down and use the apron to get the trucks to. I'm not sure if it was to get the trucks to turn, but they definitely did not get loose and loop it around like on games past.
Yeah, you can certainly kind of utilize that apron on newer tires. You'll see some guys coming out of two, maybe down there a little bit. Honestly, that's not the best way around, but I think some guys will be trying to make some passes there. If someone loses some momentum in the center of one, you might see some guys cut it way to the bottom in turn two. But I think for the most part, if we see these guys down there after 10 laps, that's probably just because their trucks aren't handling that great, Pete, to be honest. But yeah, unlike, like you said, contrary to previous games, you can get on the apron and it's not just going to wreck you.
And that sounds great. I got to give a bit of a shout out here to iPro Matrix, a recent follower of the stream, as well as Bandit 5918 just a few minutes ago for following the stream while the national anthem was playing. Thank you very much for the follow, sir. We definitely appreciate it. Don't be a stranger. Welcome aboard. Say hey in chat. We try to keep up with y'all the best that we possibly can. We get very much into the racing, calling the racing, following along with the drivers. By the way, as when it comes to following along tonight, I will have a couple of streams up and running. I'll have the stream of King Outbreak as well as the stream for Cowboy Matt. We were talking a little bit about Matt earlier, Boehner, as what we've seen out of the guy since Eldora and Bristol and Martin. The guy has been on a tear lately, making up a lot of points. I know that Matt and you and Finesse and Mountain. I know a lot of y'all kind of work and race together and practice. Man, he's been gaining a lot of points here lately.
Really impressive stuff last week from Cowboy at Pocono. I want to say he kept it in the top five in both races for the most part once he was able to get back through there in that second race with the field inversion. I think he got P2 in the second race. I think he might have finished third in the first one. Like I said, really impressive stuff. I mean, Pocono is one of the trickiest tracks in the game. So, good job by him last week. He's been picking up some momentum here in the Truck Series. Glad we get to ride. Glad he's streaming, and I get to kind of follow him along here and keep tabs on how he's doing all night. But definitely a loaded field tonight, Pete. I mean, we got some Cup guys in here for the first time, I think, all season, and I'm just excited to see how this kind of shakes out here.
Oh yeah, I've got a couple Cup guys. We got Stryker. Like I mentioned earlier, he's going to be leading this quest tonight. We got Heated Snowman making his first start here in the trucks. There's a couple others. But you talk about consistency, and you know what? We can't overlook you. You have been on a tear also here lately. When I was checking out the points for the Cup guys, like I said, I'm still waiting on Coey to update them after Pocono. But you've made your way into the top 16 in points in the Cup Series, and I think you're sitting like second in the Xfinity Series. So your points can't be overlooked either. And then you had a phenomenal night last night in the Invitational, where they 704 took 10 grand and split it between the Xbox side and the PlayStation guys. You came second only behind Garbage. And we all know what kind of a driver Garbage is. Very, very competitive. I've known the guy since 2009. So to be able to come home second to him, get a nice little payday out of it too, I might add. That was that's a hell of a feat by you. So you can be as modest as you want or whatever, but man, you gotta give credit where credit is due. Congratulations on not only your Cup and Xfinity point standings, but also for last night, man. That was a great job.
I appreciate it, Pete. I don't really want to take the attention away from tonight and these truck guys, obviously, but to comment really quick on it and then be done with it. I mean, I
sound like
was
HD.
more.
He never wants to talk about it either.
Yeah, I was just as proud as coming from the back and up in the seventh there before it turned into a field mileage thing. I think I had a really good car and was going to have a really good finish regardless, but ultimately it came down to the fuel saving, and I think only two of us managed to make it happen, myself and Garbage. So that was awesome, and $1,000 payday is great. But like I said, I'm extremely pumped to be watching these guys in these trucks tonight. It's we got a stacked field. I mean, 30 trucks, some new guys mixed in with some Cup guys, mixed in with some regulars. I just can't wait to see how it all shakes out at a track like Kentucky. That's definitely has its tricky moments, and like I said, adjustments are going to be a big deal here, and the presets they pick will be a big deal. And man, I just want them to fire this up already, Pete. I'm ready to
Yeah,
go.
I'm ready. Also, I actually just got an invite from Striker. Waiting on him to release the clock. It looks like they're sitting at about 30 seconds or so. So did you get one also, or do I need to send you one when we get in there, or once
Let
I
me
get in
take a
there?
look. Yeah, I don't have an invite yet,
Okay,
but we'll see.
not a
If I
problem.
don't get one, I'll be sure to let you know once this timer starts ticking here. Yeah, it
Okay.
looks like it's ticking now, so maybe fire one over it once you get in there.
Yep, sure will. All right. It looks like the countdown is at 0. I always wait just to be sure. Take this connection. We're gonna get in here. I'm gonna get you in here, and I gotta
Hey,
go all the way down to that NNR Boehner guy.
any picks or dark horses real quick before we go through
Ooh,
qualifying here?
we actually didn't. Where are you? Are you showing us offline?
No, I should be online.
Are you under NNR Boehner or?
No, Boehner. Yeah, it should just be Boehner 95888.
Okay.
Should be at the top of your list
There
here.
you are. All right. There's your invite.
I got it. I'm
All
coming.
right, perfect. All right, cool. Um, you know what? It'd be as far as a pick, man. It would be hard, very, very hard to bet against Asbill. That guy has been on a tear here over the last several weeks. He is very much in the championship hunt. He's got some points that he still has to make up, but man, he's been phenomenal. Uh, I can't go against the guy. Bolt Action 17, thank you very much for the follow. And Bot Plays, I see you there, sir. Thank you. You know what? Here, buddy. Your buddy, the one and only Double O of Finesse, is going to start us from the pole with the 8 of Asbel to his outside. So Asbel definitely going to be starting in a very favorable position. Then you got the 82 of Heated Snowman, first truck race for him this year. Then you got the 34, I believe that is, for exclusively elite, first truck race for him. Then you got Watt Racing in that 88, your series points leader. Then you got Alpha York to his outside. The 6 of NNR Shadowlack, always very strong. The 2 of Dooman. The 7 of Sully. AJ McChamp. Fatless Dig. NNR Cowboy. We're talking a lot about him. Then you got King Outbreak, which I'll have the stream for this week, and I'm going to work my way back up to the front because we're going to be setting them loose here, Boehner.
All right, here we go, Pete. This is what I've been waiting for all weekend. Looks like I'll just go ahead and pick my buddy Finesse. I'll do with that, and I'll go with the dark horse. Let's go with Evan, another guy I know who's new to the series here. But looks like they're off.
Yep, they are off. Your buddy Finesse, your pick. He's going to take him to the green. 8 of Asbel to his outside. Then you've got Heated Snowman down from the Cup Series. He's going to be stay right on the back bumper of that 8, heading into 3 and 4 already. These guys are turning really, really fast laps. 3 wide, going for the lead already. 64 down low, Double O in the middle. 8 of Asbel up high, off 4.
Woohoo! Good clean start there. It looks like these 5 trucks, even though they're swapping around, they all carry their momentum through there, and it looks like Watt Racing and Doomman side by side. Going to try to get that figured out before these leaders start to break away a little bit.
Yeah, and with 30 or 31 trucks on track, they're going to try to break away as quickly as they can. Double O Finesse under fire from that 64 down low.
Ooh,
Asbel's going to try to make this 3 wide yet again. Coming off of turn 4, going down the straightaway towards that. No, there's no trouble here. It's kind of a D-shaped oval. 25 right in the mix as well. 2 and Dooman behind this little group. Pack of 5 starting to skate away.
That's right, Pete. And it looks like Exclusive Elite's our new leader here with Asbill close in tow. And now they're getting a little single file here. It looks like the 6th through 8th also getting a little separated, while they're 3 wide behind them.
Yeah, 3 wide behind them, 82 down low, 00 up high. If you can get in the gas and get the right rear to kind of slide around just enough, either with tire pressure or maybe start on a little bit higher of a preset while still minding the wear on this track, you can get that car to really slide out just a little bit while keeping the front end digging off of 2 and off of 4. It kind of seems like, I'm guessing this group of top 5 are probably starting off a little bit higher on the preset, and then they're going to have to tighten it up as the night goes along. Can't be 100% sure, but that would be my guess right now, considering the gap they're getting.
Yeah, I'd assume a lot of guys are actually in the mid to higher presets. I think 6 to 8 was some of the conversation I heard, although I heard some guys saying they were going to go with the low of 4. And right there, Pete, you saw the 82 of Heated Snowman use that apron off of 2 a little bit. Like you said, didn't upset the truck at all on new tires. It'd be interesting to see what happens to guys if they start doing that here 10 laps into this run.
Yeah, I did see
Caution.
that. And yep, looks like the first caution of the night is out. I don't really see anybody around. Must have happened somewhere way in the back. Lance 39 saying, why is it lagging so bad? I actually don't see any lag there. Banner, if you don't mind, can you please pull up the stream and see if you see any lag?
Yeah, I'll do that right now. I'll hop off Cowboy. Give me a couple minutes here.
Appreciate it.
Repeat, just so you know, Watt Racing was caught up in that. I don't know what happened, but obviously he's our series point leader, and I did see he had some damage, and he was running in about the 7th position, and now he's towards the rear. So looks like something happened in that second group there. Not exactly sure what though, but unfortunately
Gotcha.
for Watt,
Yeah.
he's going to have to come from the back now.
Yep, absolutely. See that damage on the front end of that 88 machine. He'll have to make his work his way down pit road and get that squared away. But we are going to take them back under green, under the lights. They are racked and stacked back up. 64 to the inside, 8 of Asbill to the out, 82 of Heated Snowman, 00 of Finesse, and then the 25. That's your top 5. We'll have to see
Ooh,
now.
another big wreck, Pete. Oh man, they mid-pack there. I couldn't tell what truck it was. It might have been actually the 33 of Trippy, but it looks like they're still going green.
Yep, still going green. I don't see any issue just yet, as looks like behind our leader, they are 3 wide. Again, the leader Asbill. Then you got the 25, I believe.
Alpha York, and then you got Shadowlack moving up here.
Yep,
using that
Shadowlack
top.
in the 6. Yep.
Good stuff here from these guys at the front. Ooh, little contact with the wall. That green truck there, I think that might have been Cowboy. Didn't look like it messed him up too bad, though.
Bot plays, man. I thank you so very much for the sub.
Our leader
I've
just
said
tagged the wall.
last week and the week before that, whenever that first amount come Twitch, they kind of keep that. I don't want to say bankroll, but they keep the amount saved up every month until you reach $100. And as soon as I get that $100, whether it's through subscriptions or donations or whatever, I'm going to go to nnrleague.com. I'm going to click on that Zazzle tab, and I'm going to start picking some stuff up. Or I may go to NASCAR.com and pick up some koozies and lanyards and things like that. But anything that I get from this stream is going to go right back into NNR. I'm not taking a single penny to myself. I don't deserve it. I do what I do because I enjoy it. So, Bot, thank you very much, sir.
Pete, you do deserve it first and foremost, but wanted to catch us up on a couple things there. It looked like Heated Snowman. I'm not sure if he tagged the wall and went through the infield, but Asbill hit the wall, and I think Heated Snowman followed him into it, and he's dropped way back now. And I got to apologize to Trippy. It looks like he's moved up into 4th here, and we got another new guy moving up in the top 3. That's Solely in the 7 car. So looks like Finesse, Asbill, Solely, they're trying to break away a little bit here from Trippy, and then I think that's Dewman in 5th.
Gotcha.
Shadowlack. Sorry,
Yep,
Shadowlack.
there you go. Yep, the 6. Yep. JTC Beast Mode 4. Thank you very much for the follow, sir. Don't be a stranger. hop on in the chat, say hey, go ahead and talk to Zach and Lance and me and Boehner. There's a few others out there. I'm sure if you say hey, people say hey back. Nobody's gonna bite you. But talking about that 7 is Sully. Sully's actually been very, very fast since joining NNR. He was a very big surprise at Charlotte, and then in the All-Star race when he raced his way in. So yeah, Sully, he's another one that's fast every week, just like you and Finesse with all the time that y'all put in to each and every car that or truck that y'all put on the track.
Absolutely. Asbill just now went by Finesse for a lead, so we just had another lead change there. Uh, looks like these top. You know what, Pete? I'm wondering already if guys that quick caution there about 5 laps in kind of put this into a fuel situation now to actually make it the distance. I don't know if anyone's going to try it or actually do it, but if there is not another caution, I'm just going to say it right now. There's probably some guys already thinking about fuel.
Well, I'm on the feed right now. I'm watching Cowboy Matt on the stream as he's working his way around the track. But I've also got the stream from King Outbreak up, and it's saying that he's got 18 laps in the tank, and excuse me, that's right about what there is left in stage 1. So it's going to be really close. I don't know, you know, if some people stayed out, thinking that maybe cautions breed cautions. If it does, I'll take the next thing. I'll take the next one. There we go to pit, or if everybody pit under that short caution to work on their setup. As always, these NNR guys, they start on presets. This is not a custom community, so they all start off what the game has to offer.
Yeah, I can confirm that they definitely all did pit there, just because I'm positive our leaders pit. And I'm watching Finesse fall back through the field, and I'm watching the line he's running. I know what he's doing. He is saving. I know it when I see it, and that's what's happening there. And then it looks like, I don't know if Asbill and Sully, I mean, they're racing pretty hard up here. We got someone here slow in turns 3 and 4. Hopefully they can get to the pit road. Stay away from the leaders. Good job, Papa Bear. Unfortunately, it looks like he might have had an issue.
Yeah,
issue there.
Papa Bear is amazing. I don't know if you caught on to a couple things that I've said in the past streams. Papa Bear lives in Randleman, North Carolina, home of the Petties, and he most of his family is up north. And him and his family stay in contact. They come out every now and then. They'll say something in chat, but they keep up with their dad and really root him on with something that he likes to do, which, man, I think that's awesome. So thank you very much for Pop Bear and all of his family for keeping up with NNR, keeping it friendly in the chats and saying hey and whatnot. But I just want to let you know that we absolutely appreciate you.
Yeah, very cool guy. And yeah, I've been able to hear you talk about him, and I mean, it's so much fun. I mean, for me, my dad, he watches all these streams, and he and I, talk multiple times throughout the week. It's been really cool for us to connect, week in and week out, just based on your streams and everything these guys do in NNR. It's totally awesome. So much fun.
That's very cool. I did not know that about you and your old man. Absolutely something to remember and savor. Unfortunately, I lost my dad a little over 4 years ago. But I remember those times. Hey, the Giants are playing on Monday night. Let's watch the game. Or hey, this old black and white movie's on TV. Let's kind of watch it. We'll talk about things. So that saying that you've got that same kind of relationship with your old man, that makes it even sweeter. Definitely cherish that.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopping back into the race here, Mountain has moved up into the 6th spot. I can tell you right now, Watt Racing is in a fuel save deal. I can tell Finesse is in a fuel save deal. There's some other guys who are certainly looking like they're saving. So there's a handful. I think Heated Snowman might be saving. Obviously, he had that kind of issue there. But then we got some guys on pit road. Rowdy Burns pit. Elite's on pit road right now. He was up front earlier. So just a few updates on some of the guys. I see Dooman's coming down pit road right now. Looks like Alpha York might be saving some fuel. So we got some different strategies going on here for sure, Pete. Shadowlac also is powering into third around the outside of Trippy off of 2. I'm not sure if you got that or where you're at on your camera right now, but definitely some comers and goers right now. And there's some strategy playing out 100%. So we didn't think we'd see it stage 1 unless there was that early caution, and now it's happening.
Oh yeah, I was actually working through the field just a little bit. Like right now, I'm on the 00 of Finesse. I do see the 19 of Cowboy Matt, couple trucks ahead of him. Were you able to see any issues with my stream, or did it seem pretty steady to you?
No, it looks fine to me, Pete. In fact,
All
I'm
right.
going to hop off your stream now and go back to Cowboy just to see if I can get an idea of maybe some other things that might be going on right now of note for this first stage.
All right, absolutely appreciate it. Thank you very much, Lance. It sounds like it's all right. But thank you very much for letting me know. Maybe it was a momentary lapse, but should be good. So when I check in with the stream of Cowboy Matt, showing him in P5, trying to work around the outside of the 33 of Trip. Trip definitely seemed like he was able to get off the corner just a little bit better than that truck of Cowboy Matt. Right now, up ahead a few trucks. There's the 8 of Asbel. Let's see,
He's
Zach.
saving. He's saving now. Sorry, Pete. Some of these guys are all starting to save, I think.
I wouldn't doubt it. I absolutely wouldn't doubt it. I mentioned earlier that they were being very, very close on gas with the amount of laps that were left and what was showing in King Outbreak's menu. So, yeah, we'll have to see how it plays out.
Yeah, Sully's got about a 1.5 lead now on Asville. I think he's still in second. Shadowlax right now looking to the outside of him. Then we have a really nice group here between Trippy, Cowboy, Fatless Dig, and Mountain both, moving their way up here, and then Vanessa is an 8th behind them. So a nice little group here. I think they all might be drafting off of each other. I imagine they're all doing some saving. It looks like Shadowlax now decided he's going to start saving a little bit. So it'll be interesting to see if these guys started saving soon enough, Pete.
Yep, just as you said that, I actually caught up with the 6 of Shadowlac. He's either going to save a little bit, or it could be Asbel figures that he's saved enough and he can go aboard back and try to keep that 6 of Shadowlac behind him. I actually got to game a little bit with Shadowlac this morning. Turns out he's a hell of a World of Tanks player as well. So, Shad, good luck tonight. Definitely appreciate what you put on the track every week as well when it comes down to you coming back and watching the stream. I know him and his brother NNR Swats are both on track tonight.
Yep, and Fatless just now made a move up into 4th, so he's definitely coming up through the field. I think he restarted back in 12th to 16th range. So, but now it looks like, see, these guys are all, they're racing, but they're also paying attention to their fuel, because I see these positions getting swapped a little too easily here on corner entry. So guys are picking and choosing how they're drafting off of one another. Everyone's looks like they're just trying to be smart here and go the distance. It's kind of fun to watch, for as someone who races in here. I know exactly what these guys are doing, and it's kind of comical because it's like you don't necessarily want to be the guy who's not getting draft out ahead of everyone. You can save a lot of fuel being tucked up behind someone, just like Fatless and Trippier are doing right now with looks like Soli. See, our leader Soli, he's dropped all the way back to this group. That's 3rd through 8th. So I think Shadowlax's back in the lead, or is up to the lead now. And you can see Soli falling way off. These guys are all going to go right by him. Alpha York also in the mix here. I don't know if he just came off of pit road or if he's been able to power back through the field. Unfortunately, I think he was caught up in that first wreck as well. Sully in the wall. Oh, boy. And
Yeah, Sully in the 33 of Trippy Main kind of made a little bit of door-to-door contact. That put the 7 up in the wall, put Trippy Main up a few spots. He's got the 19 of Cowboy Matt
Cowboy.
now
Yep.
or 18 rather. Cowboy Matt now right behind him, ducking down low. Trippy Main's going to stay up high. They're going to be side by side as they come across the start-finish line, and that gives us 1 lap to go here, Boehner. Who's going to have enough gas for 1 lap as they come down to it? If Matt is able to stay under power the rest of the lap, he will actually come in first for the stage break, but it looks like he is running out on the backstretch. That's allowed a couple guys like Fatless Dig to move on by, as well as one other person. I missed the name, but as of right now, Matt
Oh,
should grab
Fatless
P3.
is gonna get him. Fatless got him.
Ah,
Fatless got Finesse. It was Finesse started sputtering off of 4, and unfortunately, you see Shadowlack. He's man.
and
That
you know
was
what?
I don't know if you
was
caught
wrong.
it, but it was
I was
side
wrong.
by side.
I was wrong. There's still 3 laps remaining in this. Yep, it's just small print. I should learn to blow up the screen a little bit. My fault.
Oh, no
My
worries.
fault completely. But that just makes us.
Fatless on pit road now.
Yep, that just gives us the ability to reset and get ready for the actual ending. And I'm going to guess what you said earlier about Shadowlack possibly having the lead. We'll have to see. I'll pull up the stream from King Outbreak. But right now, it looks like Matt got a speeding penalty. He's being held. So let's take a look at Outbreak's stream. Outbreak's 22nd. He's not going to be any help for a leader. This is why we need the tools. Whoever Mr. Bennett or whatever your last name is
Finesse.
now, we need the tools.
Finesse is in the lead. I'm not sure how many laps are left. Asbill's trying to chase him down here as they get to the line. Looks like that was it. Finesse got it. Asbill in second. Those guys saved enough. I'm trying to figure out who was third, but looks like Heated Snowman saved and got there. And then maybe Exclusive Elite. Once again, no, he came down pit road, so unfortunately he's going to be a lap down there. But I think he did get the lucky dog. And like I said, I didn't catch everyone who came down pit road, but I can tell you, Finesse and Asbill, they actually were able to go the distance, and they finished 1-2 there.
Yep, it's gonna be Finessed, Asbill, and he just changed it. But yeah, you're right about those two. So now these guys are all going to take a minute to go ahead and get their get any kind of changes to their setup taken care of, and we'll be racking them, stacking them back up, and set them loose once again under the Kentucky lights, ready to go. Get back up through the cameras here. I think the 8 of Asbill would be a good spot to start if the stream or if the game doesn't kick me off them. Let's hope.
Pete, there's not going to be too many guys on the lead lap with Finesse
No.
and Asbill stretching it the way they did. I'm going to assume that we have about 5 or 6 guys on the lead lap, to be honest. I think, no, probably 8. I think Watt Racing might be the last guy on the lead lap there.
Well, we're going to find out right now, because here comes a 00 of Finesse, 8 of Asbill, 2 is outside, the 7 of Sully in P3, and I'm going to try to find out who's there. That's a 19 of J.R. Horn, flexing a little bit of muscle here. That's your top 4. All the way through 1 and 2, down the back stretch, going into 3 and 4. Still going to be all Finesse and Asbill up front. Now the 7 down low, 19 up high. 7's going to have a little bit of a push there from the person in 5th. Coming across start finish. That's 1 lap, second stage.
That's right. And I wish we knew, Pete. I wish we knew where the race for this lucky dog is. It's got to be in tent somewhere around 10 cars back of this group. I see guys 3 wide back there. So there's 2 races going on right now. It's the guys fighting to try and get back on the lead lap, as well as, Finesse and Asbill up front here with Soley, and you got Horn as well and Trippy all up here in the top 5.
Yeah, and actually it looks like now, like 1st through 9th are all nose to tail, and as I check in with King Outbreak and the 19 of Matt, they're running 22nd and 23rd respectively, and they're showing 31 laps in stage 2. Judging their times, I would imagine about the first 18 people are on the lead lap, but that's actually that just goes to show the kind of speed that these guys were carrying. They may not have been saving as much, or they pitted earlier and were able to get back on the lead lap. That looks like that caution definitely fell into Asbill and Finesse's hands, though.
Yeah, I think you really had to commit to saving fuel right out of the gate, the way that first caution fell there in stage one. And like I said, I could tell Finesse committed to it pretty quickly, and then it looked like Asbill and Solely committed to it later. They were still able to make it, but Finesse, committing to it right away, he got the better end of that. And kind of stinks for Fatless, Mountain, some of those guys who ran their way up there. I'm not sure where they're at now, but I think anyone who pit maybe outside of Shadowlac did go a lap down there, but man, I don't know who took the wave around either. There might have been some guys who just decided to take the wave around on older tires, which I'm not sure how I would feel about that strategy, but I'm working really hard to go through streams here to get it figured out.
That could be why there are more trucks on the lead lap than we initially thought. If a lot of trucks decided to stay out and take the wave around. Although, no, they wouldn't have got it because the leaders would have absolutely pitted. So, yeah, not 100% sure. We'll have to figure it out as we go along. Again, another reason why we need the dadgum tools. Let's keep going through the field here.
I do think, Pete, now that I've thought about this a little more with Shadowlac starting where he did and knowing he pit, I guarantee he took a wave around. And I guarantee Fatless took those guys who pitted, with 2 or 3 to go. They certainly took a wave around, so they're back on the lead lap. But and it looks like Mountain is up here. He's battling with Asbill and Finesse. So hey, I guess he made it the distance too, and he's giving them a run for their money right now. Look at him go.
I'm gonna go ahead and try to find Mountain right now. Let's see. There's Outbreak, Tar Heel, another new guy. Bot plays. Bot, how did you give another subscription to the channel while you're driving? Don't you know you shouldn't text and drive? Let's see. There's Vader, another new guy, showing the yellow number on the door and the yellow rims. That kind of trademarks that you're a rookie here in NNR.
Definitely a cool rule they just put into place. AJ McChamp, he's a rookie. He's up here in 4th. He's chasing down these leaders as Mountain and Solely run a little side by side. It looks like, or I'm sorry, Mountain and Finesse side by side. Solely's in 5th. Man, they're going for it right now. There's no saving. And I think the reason why we're seeing some of these guys fall off these leaders is because they did take that wave around, Pete. So that's kind of the situation right now. We got guys on older tires who took a wave around. We got these guys at the front taking off on new tires, and they definitely have the right strategy for right now.
You know what? I did find Mountain, and I tell you what, he is rocking that 61 in P2 right now, keeping up with the 8 truck of Asbill. He's got a couple guys behind him that every now and then give him a little bit of a challenge, but he's able to power off the corner and keep it going. So far, this is a great run for the 61. Definitely a bit of a shot in the arm for a guy that needs a turnaround in his recent luck. So, man, Mountain, congratulations on a really strong truck. It looks like, it's good to see you up front running strong. Keep going through the field.
Yeah, he's doing it, Pete. He's chasing down Asbill right now. And like I said, there's no fuel saving going on, guys, right now. This is pure speed. This is purely how you have the car handling, and he's going places. So Finesse has a handful of Solely and AJ McChamp right behind him here in the top 5, and I believe that's Elite behind them. Once again, not sure if he's running 6th. I would assume he is. I think he was one of the guys who saw saving fuel as well there after he had some bad luck in that first stage. But a couple rookies here running 4th and 5th, doing a great job.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been keeping up with Finesse here for the last couple laps, and he's got Mountain right in front of him. He's got hold on to it. Hey, there you go. Yep, good hands. Good hands. All right.
He almost lost it.
Yep, there's the 82 Heated Snowman right in front of the 2 of Dooman and the 12 of Double J. Let's keep going through. Exclusively Elite. I was kind of surprised. I got a friend's request from Exclusively Elite on the Xbox. I had no idea who he was. I didn't know who he was until the pre-race meeting on Discord. I'd never heard of him before. Didn't see where he had joined the Discord or anything like that. But so far, so good out of this 64 truck.
Great job so far. Like I said, both these guys, AJ McChamp and Elite, running solidly in the top 10, pulling away from some of the guys behind them, keeping themselves in the mix. I mean, it's going to come down to this last stage, and you got to be in the top 10 to give yourself a shot, and they're putting themselves in position right now. Although I'm very impressed with the front three. They seem to have a little bit better cars right now, or better trucks, I should say. Like I said, right now there's no strategy. These guys should all be going for it.
Yeah, I mean they're going to have to split the stage. They should be able to do just one stop. We had that one caution right about 12 or 13 laps into stage one. They were able to get in, make their first adjustments, get out, and it stayed green from there. These guys have been green since the drop of the stage 2 flag, and yeah, everybody should be able to make it on one stop for the entire stage. Carol, good to see you checking in.
Quick update here, Pete 2, Fatless Dig just came to pit road. Don't know if he's short pitting here. 20 laps to go in the stage, so he can definitely go the distance from here. Also could have been one of those wave around guys and just wanted to get some new tires on it as quick as he could. Short pitting here is scary though, Pete. You're going to lose about a lap and a half coming to pit road versus where you were on the track previously. So he's praying there isn't a caution. He can run this thing to the end.
Yeah, I'm starting to actually see more and more people work their way down to pit road. Here's the 94 King Outbreak, just worked his by the 32. Another truck just below him working
Cowboy,
his way.
or Horn, sorry, not Cowboy, coming off pit road too.
Okay. So yeah, more and more going in and more coming out. It's right about that time. I'll actually check in with the 19. As you said, he would have either just gone down to pit road, but he's off, and he's showing 17 to go, and 16 to go, and 17 laps of fuel in the tank. So, like you said, right down the middle, they should be good to go. Nobody should have to pit again, so we should be green until the end of stage 2.
Yeah, so I think that just kind of confirms what we were trying to figure out there at the end of stage 1, Pete. A lot of guys did take the wave round. They're just having to come down right now, and obviously the Shadowlack's on pit road I just saw. So yeah, these guys are coming now. They're going to try to get the best life out of the tires they can. Alfie York just pulling off the pit road as well. So some contenders here, short pitting a little bit, and see how that ends up working.
Spurl, sorry you lost connection to the game. I've been there myself many times. Actually, a couple times while streaming, I'll get that. So I definitely know what it's like. Unfortunate for you, but because it wasn't of your own doing, you should get more than likely you'll get last place points unless somebody lagged out before you. But you'll be all right. Just kind of get prepared for next week.
It happens, Spurl. It happens to the best of us, buddy.
There's a 69 of Rowdy
The
Burns.
old virtual blown motor. Yep.
There's Double J fighting it out right now with the 19 of Cowboy and the 98 of FNL Bowling. I haven't really talked about Bowling a whole lot. Good to see him running strong. If he's somewhere around Cowboy Matt and Double J, has got to be somewhere right around the top 10, top 15, I would imagine. Let's actually go ahead and pull up Matt's stream right now, and it's actually Matt is in P8 with Double J just ahead of him. Double J might tap that wall just a little bit. That's going to allow the 19 to get on by, and 12 is going to take this situation and pull it down road. Get 4 brand new Mr. Feelgoods, fill it up on gas, and that 12 of the NNR Marine will be good to go. Got 13 laps left in stage 2.
Change for lead mountain, hit pit road about 6 laps ago, just FYI. So he's short pit compared to Finesse and Asville, who actually Finesse just got by him Like I said, I can't imagine these guys are saving, but they are going as far as they can possibly go. If the caution comes out, they're going to have basically this whole field a lap down or more. So
Yep,
let's
or
hope
more.
for our sake there's no caution up here. But looks like Asbill's signaling now. All the guys who pit and didn't take a wave around, they've been coming in these last few laps here. So everyone's getting to the point now where they got to come down.
Yeah.
Asbill's heading down right now.
Yep, and it looks like Matt's actually got he only has 2 laps left in the tank, so he's gonna have to take it down here pretty soon. Might really just be holding on to a wing and a prayer, thinking that 63 just clipped somebody going down pit road. That may actually bring up a caution.
Oh,
this could be good
Duman.
for Matt. Yep, there it
Oh,
is.
it's Duman and Horn. Oh man.
Yep. So
Finesse.
we're
Asbill's
gonna
luck out. He
reset.
didn't go a lap.
Yep, we're
Man,
gonna go ahead and
Finesse just
reset
trapped
with a quick
everyone.
little Mountain Dew break, guys. If you want to know how to follow us, check this out.
Hey NNR fans, don't miss any of the action by following or subscribing to Repeat's Twitch channel. Turn on notifications and you'll always know when the best preset league on Xbox hits the track. Check out his YouTube channel too to see all of NNR's past races. Follow No Name Racing as well as Repeat 1975 and others on Twitter, and you'll never miss any of the action.
There you go. You didn't miss anything at all. Got the 8 of Asbill with Finesse to his outside, 7 of Sully, 2 of Dooman, 88 of Watt Racing. That is your top 5. As we go back green, we've got about 6 or 7 laps to go. I'll actually see what Cowboy Matt Stream says here. They're saying 6 to go. I'll say 6 to go. Boehner, I'm sure you'll say 6 to go, but we're not going to have We're not going to have 6 people fighting for the lead. I think it's going to be among the top 3.
Pete, we have 5 trucks on the lead lap right now, not counting anyone who did take a wave around. I saw most of the guys who did short pit still came down pit road here. So Cowboy Matt, he stayed out as long as he could. He got the lucky dog on that last caution. So we got 5, 6 trucks on the lead lap now. He had to restart at the tail, as are the rules when you get the lucky dog. So once again, we got to fight up front, and then we got to fight between a bunch of guys trying to get this lucky dog here at the end of the stage.
Yep, but right now I'm actually on the hood view of the one and only 00 Finesse right now. Really trying to run down that 8 truck of Asbill. As you said, though, caution. USA Greatness, thank you very much for checking back. Yeah, it's been a lot of great racing. I'm guessing as we come down to the last few laps, heading towards the end of stage 2, things get a bit exciting and a bit aggressive. So I think that is going to be it for stage 2. I don't think they'll have enough to restart them in the same stage. So
I don't know, Pete. I think we might have a 1-lap dash here.
Think so?
I think we might have 1 lap. I think so. And real quick update, Asbill, Finesse, Sully, Dooman, Cowboy, your car's on the lead lap. Watt Racing just got the lucky dog. Then you're going to have AJ McChamp, Heated Snowman, Mountain, and Bot Plays racing here.
Nice, very nice. Let's see what NNR Cowboys stream says as we go back green. I'm still on the hood view. We're actually chase view of the 00 Finesse, 8 of Asbill down low. Here comes the 7 of Sully. You were right. 1 lap shootout. Right now, it's all
Sully's
about the 8 up
apron.
front. Yep.
Yep, Asbill's got him clear. Sully and Finesse are side by side. Dooman thought about the 3-wide move. Decided better of it. Mountain, Cowboy.
Yep.
This is good
Looks
stuff,
like Cowboy
Pete.
might make the heads out of that little bit of contact with the 2. This is going to be it for stage 2. Good job.
Good job, Asbill. Good
Guys,
job, everyone there.
Yep, guys made up a ton of points. Now, guys, I talked earlier about NNRleague.com. Go ahead and check them out.
Hey NNR fans, are you looking for a way to rep your favorite NASCAR Heat preset league on Xbox Live? Look no further. Just go to NNRleague.com, scroll down to the Zazzle tab, and see what we have to offer. From t-shirts to hoodies to clocks, we have everything you need to show your support. Thanks for being the best fans, and we hope to see you at the track repping that NNR red.
All right, these guys are coming out of caution here in just a second. That was the end of stage 2. Wasn't due to any kind of issues on the track. The 8 of Aswell definitely ran away with max stage points right there. The double O of Finesse was there, so was the 7. Cowboy was there. The 2 of Dooman were there. Here we go, back green here, Boehner.
Yeah, here we go, and quick update for everyone. AJ McChamp got the lucky dog that last time. That put 7 trucks back on the lead lap, and then we had at least 5 guys take the wave around, which included Mountain, I believe, Bot Plays. So there's going to be some guys at the back here who are still on the lead lap, but let's get back up front here as not strange at all that we got Asbill, Finesse, Sully, those 3 guys, Cowboy, Dooman, Watt Racing now, our point leader. He's making an appearance here, stage 3. He's gotten things figured out. He's battling hard for 6th.
Yeah, Watt actually has like 103 points over second place. I mean, he's almost got the entire regular season championship sewn up. It's really going to be interesting how Aswell comes into play, how any of these other really strong guys. I mean, Matt could absolutely come into play for the champion. He's been pouring it on here lately. We'll have to see how he does as we head into the chase. And we've only got, what, four weeks after tonight left in the regular season before we start down those chase tracks. And in each stage, there will be 4 races, not the typical 3 like you see in real NASCAR.
Yep, that sounds right to me, Pete. And I'm watching Finesse and Asbill. No surprise to me, as I'm a huge fan of this. You've had a couple stages that size each other up. These guys know they're both kind of sitting on the same equipment. Neither one of them are going to necessarily drive away from the other. So guess what? They're just going to work together. They're trying to break away here. Looks like Cowboy is sitting there in 3rd. Man, another great run for Cowboy. Good for him, man.
Oh yeah, Cowboy Matt. I'm old habits die hard. I think he'll always be Cowboy Matt to me. Yeah, he is
True
absolutely. Like I said, ever since we got through the short tracks, I think he learned a lot about what he expects out of his truck or out of his car, and week in and week out, he has brought a great piece to no matter what track we're at. So Matt's really working his way up the points, and I definitely look for him to be really, really strong as we head towards the postseason and well into it as well.
Yep, and then you can see here, it looks like Sully. He roughed up Sully a little bit when he got by him, but Cowboy's pretty clean for the most part, so probably just an accident there. And it looks like Sully, he's also one of the cleaner drivers out here. He's going to try
We're going to have a wreck in the back. There's the 33 of Trippy Main, as well as the 25 of for York. Let's see.
Still green for me right now.
Still green, though, but there was a little bit of an awareness issue in the back easily, but I'm guessing because the 25 was able to get it all the way around and grab a gear, the caution did not come out. They were able to right them both up, and away they went. Still, that's going to be heavy damage to both Trippy and the other guy.
That's Alfie York. I think it's in the 25.
Alfie
That's
York, yeah,
tough.
there you go.
Those guys were both running in the top 10 early. They both seem to have some pretty strong trucks. So we'll see if they can get a caution here and try to rebound from that. Once again, I think they may have been a couple of the guys who took the wave around. So sometimes that's tough. You're on older tires. Even if it's a few laps, you get a wave around. You're stuck in the hornet's nest, and sometimes things happen around you that aren't necessarily your fault, but can make life a lot more difficult here for this last stage for those guys. Hopefully they can recover.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I couldn't have said it any better. Keep going through the field. Here's a new guy, Willie. You see that symbol on the back tailgate, as well as the yellow number and the yellow rims.
Yeah,
it's good to some new guys that are caught up in the streams that like the product that NNR puts on and really want to be a part of it. We've seen some great people come along.
Yeah, absolutely, Pete. It's so much fun watching these streams live or watching the replays. I know we get a lot of people watching the replays, but man, it's fun to hop in that chat and chum it up with some of the guys who are also watching. Pull for some of your favorite drivers out here as well.
Yeah, yep. Um, Still kind of working my way through watching this whole pack head on out of 3 and 4, working their way down this front stretch. And right now I'm with the 63 of Evan SMT X6. It's a pretty nice looking paint scheme. A whole lot of gray. I'm not quite sure what he was going for, or maybe just saying, "Hey, I'm a rookie. Here I am. Leave me alone. Let me learn a little bit about you guys and how y'all race." I don't know, but right now he's kind of letting some people go. Maybe just biding his time. Who knows? But welcome to NNR,
Evans,
Evans.
yeah, Evan's a good guy. He's someone I've known for quite some time since I've had this game. He's quite quick. He did just get some new equipment though. He just got a steering wheel I think last week, so he's still kind of getting used to that and some of his new
Ah,
equipment. And I think he's just kind of riding. He's making sure he earns the respect of these guys, which you should do. You know, it's
yep.
not about going out here and just being fast. You've got to race everyone smart and clean, and it takes a few races before you guys start racing you the way that you race them. You know, sometimes you see a new guy in this league and you're quick to put the bumper to him and see if they can hang or not. And so I think he's doing a good job at, as well as many of these rookies, just logging some laps, minding their manners. Um, I got to tell you, Soley started to reel in these front two. So he's in their draft now. Finesse, Asbill working really well together, but Soley has also chased him down. So these three guys are going to try to battle it out between themselves. I don't see any strategy coming in to play here for this third stage unless the caution drops at kind of a opportune or inopportune time, depending on what you practice.
Yeah, just as you started talking about that, I came across the double O finesse and absolutely see where Sully has had moments where he was in their draft, but then the double O and the 8 get to pushing and they pull away from the 7 just a little bit, but the 8 and the double O, we've seen these guys battle. We've seen you and Asbel and you and Finesse battle lap after lap. A whole lot comes to mind last week at Pocono. But here they are again, right back in the mix, and they these guys put on a hell of a show.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, like I said, it's you can sit up here and race each other and swap the lead back and forth, and all you're doing is bringing more guys into the mix who are behind you. I mean, it really hurts when you get side by side on these tracks as far as your speed, and so I think they're just being smart. They know they've trapped a lot. They put this field, even though some guys are on the lead lap, they're still not in an ideal spot on older tires, having to take the wave around, you know, to get back on the lead lap. So I think they're just going to continue to stretch each and every single one of these runs, and it's probably going to come down to those two, and if Soley can hang with them here as well. Something I want to give a shout out really quick though. We have Elite, who's a rookie, and he's raced his way into the top 5 on the track. He went by Cowboy Matt a little while ago. He's lucky to spot right now, so he is praying for a caution. He did not take the wave around last time. He's already shown that he's fast, so you know, good job by him. He's in position to get it. I'm sure he'll stretch it as far as he can also, similar to what Matt did to get back on the lead lap, you know, at the end of that second stage. So much different strategy going on, Pete. It's really cool to see. Everyone's kind of doing what they have to do based on kind of the cards they were dealt with how they got trapped that very first time.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been on that 64 of Elite for quite a few laps with the 2 of Dooman right behind him and the 19 of Matt right in front of him. 19 is behind the 20. I'm sorry, is behind 20th, uh, and that's the Bod
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 Fusion,
Fusion
yeah.
machine. Yep. So Bod is definitely more than a lap down. Not sure if it's one or more. Um, but Matt is showing in 4th place right now pretty strong night from Matt, continuing the streak that he's been on. It should be a great points night for him, and he's showing they've 60 laps to go, and he's got about 7 or 8 laps left in the tank. So we'll start to see some green flag pit stops here pretty soon.
Yep, and some tires are going to start screaming on some of these guys too. So we'll probably, some tire lights might be on already, or they're going to. And so I think pit road's going to get really, really busy. But like I said, our guy's going to push it, because they don't want to get trapped again. Finesse and Asbill's really put the field in a weird situation here where they might have to be pushing their cars longer and driving more ill handling than they were planning on before this race kicked off here. Also, man, I tell you what, NNR Mountain is flying back up through this field. He
Yep.
took the wave around. He's on older tires. He's all the way back to 6th, and he is catching Dooman pretty quick here. And Cowboy is less than 2 seconds ahead of him. So, holy crap, Mountain is. If he can get a caution, and kind of get back on the same tires as these leaders, he's going to have something to say in this race too.
Yeah, Mountain sent me a message on Twitter earlier saying that he might as well go ahead and make his debut in the Truck Series since he was going to be off tonight. Normally, he's got to work. We've kind of made it known, he's made it known that he actually works for a TV station in the greater Charlotte area. And usually on Sunday nights he's got to work, so he can't partake, but he's always around in the stream. These commercials that you see, whether it's for Zazzle, the NNR apparel line, or the how to follow NNR, Mountain put all that together. The man is an editing genius. He's very, very creative, and NNR is extremely appreciative that he chose to be part of our community. But yeah, he's been on a tear. I've been following where he was in comparison to Dooman and Matt for quite a while now. So Mountain is absolutely on a tear.
Such a good guy, and showing off his talent, not just in those commercials, but here on the racetrack tonight. First truck race, and he is. I mean, he's doing awesome. He did just have to pit. Like I said, he took the wave around. So he's a few laps off of what our leaders were doing. So he just came down pit road, got his full service. We'll see how this cycles through, assuming we don't get a caution here. I see Cowboy, Finesse, Asbill, they all got to be coming here really quick, Pete.
Yeah, I've seen a few people kind of duck down low on the backstretch, indicating that they're going to be pitting the next lap. Here comes Bears should be coming down pretty soon. Matt's going to be coming down here in the next lap, I would imagine. His tire lights on, his fuel lights on. He should be peeling off the track probably the next lap.
Yep, and as much as I don't think field strategy is even a factor right now, if Asbill and Finesse stretch this thing, nope, they're coming down right now. So yeah, no. So okay, our leaders are coming in. They were going full bore. Looks like everybody's basically doing the same thing here. So it's just going to come down to speed if there's no other caution here, Pete. The rest of the stage, they should have to pit, I think, 2 more times. Solely made up a ton of ground getting to pit road. I mean, he gained a second to a second and a half. Hopefully he got it woed down in time. But our 3 leaders all on pit road together here.
Yeah, and I tell you what, talking about Matt, I followed him all the way into the pits as he's going in right now. He had 0 laps of fuel left in that thing all the way down the back stretch. Not sure if he coasted in or what, but him and Bod Fusion made a little bit of contact. I think Bod was going to try to get in just as Matt was getting under him, but both of them were able to get woed up. Matt's got his 4 brand new Eagles getting placed on that truck now. He'll be back out on track. Have to see where he comes out. He was in 4th as he went in. And right there, you see the 18 coming out right now.
Yep, they went 26 laps that run, Pete, and that leaves them 54 to go. But once again, there's a few laps tick down from the caution. So once again, unless they really, really save, nobody's doing this in one more stop.
No, everybody will have to pit. The question will be, will it be for just 2 tires and half a tank, or no tires, and come on, no, everybody's going to have to take at least 2. The tires are screaming by the end of the run. Brom, what's happening? Good to see you, sir. There's the 8 of
Yeah,
Asbel and the 6 of Finesse with the 12 of Double J right behind.
Yep, and Asbill, it looks like he got his service and got off road. Got himself about a 1.1 second lead over Finesse here, and then Soli's not too far back of Finesse. So we'll see if Soli and Finesse kind of get together here and start drafting to see if they can't make their way up to Asbill, or maybe, you know, Finesse and Soli can just kind of catch them on their own. We don't really know because they've all been working so well together. And I think Dooman, is that Dooman in 4th? I think it is, but he either gained a ton of time or he had an issue on pit road and now went a lap. No, that's not Dooman. Okay, sorry, I'm just can't tell who
Trust
that
me,
was.
I know it gets very, very hard to tell these trucks apart with all the different custom paint schemes. They don't actually run for some reason they don't run the actual trucks that came with the game. But you know, it adds just a little bit of creativity. You know what the drivers are capable of. Checking in with the 88 of Watt Racing coming up to the 75 of Fatless Dig, as they're going to go through 3 and 4. Here's the 25 of Alpha York. We saw him get a bunch of damage earlier. There's the double of Stay Finesse to his outside. So York may have a pretty good truck. It could just be the last time he went down pit road and chose to correct the damage. The game just couldn't correct it all. The damage model on this game is pretty intense at times.
Something's happened here, Pete,
What's that?
and I don't know what. But Soli is, I mean, I think he's lost touch of Asbill, or did he catch Asbill? And Finesse has definitely lost touch. So,
Yeah, Finesse
something's
is
going on
he's,
here.
he's
I'll
quite
get
a,
it figured out.
Yeah, Finesse is quite a ways back. He was just battling with the 25, where Asbel, he was trying to stay ahead of a pack of 3, like you said earlier, about a second and a half up. Let me see here.
Yep, they're saving
Squirrel is
Pete.
saying Asbel was too fast on pit road.
Oh, Asbill was too fast. Okay,
Yep.
got it.
Yep.
Well,
So you
and you can
figured
see that cost him about a lap. I mean, that
Yep.
seems a little weird to me. 15 seconds should not mean he came out where he did in front of Finesse and Soli. So I wonder if they all sped. Because
Well,
that just doesn't really quite add up in my mind.
when you ran your practice times, all right, for Xfinity, all right, I'll use Xfinity because truck and cup, there's just too much of a gap. But when you ran your practice time for Xfinity, what kind of lap times were you generally turning? I don't need to know specifics.
You know what, Pete? Unfortunately, I hate to admit it, I have not spent any time practicing my Xfinity car yet. That will be on tomorrow evening's list of things to do. So unfortunately, I can't really tell you. But I
Big
can
wreck in the
say,
back.
okay. Well, this is, if Asbill did speed, this is the break he needed here. I mean, Cowboy's in
boy.
5th still, and Mountain's
Big
in
wreck in
3rd,
the back.
so.
That not the 19 front left tire was pointing to the left as his truck was going forward, so he's going to have a ton of damage to fix. In the 77, looked like they got together and a couple trucks behind them. Going to have to take them all down pit road, get them fixed up, maybe make some adjustments. You know they're going to be tight, so have to loosen them up, which could be bad for the long run. We already know how much these tires scream as the gas is used up and the rear end of the truck gets lighter and lighter. But we're gonna get back up to the front of the field.
Yep, Asbill did speed. He was in 7th there. He's still on the lead lap, so he's right back in it. But it looks like we got Finesse, Soli, Mountain. Is that Mountain? Dooman,
Yep.
Cowboy, and then I think that's the 33 of Trippy there in 6th. Not entirely.
Yep. So like you said, there's 00 of Finesse, 7 of Sully, 61 of Mountain.
Ooh, big
man.
wall contact there.
There's Cowboy Matt, and I'm not quite sure who that was underneath him.
Asbill.
Is that the 8? Okay, so we'll have to. this is a new situation for the 8 of Asbel. He has been up front, clean air all night long. Hasn't really had to fight his way through traffic too much. So we'll see what kind of adjustments he may have to make. No, I don't believe everybody can make it from here. I'll get us a lap count here once Matt comes back around, or I'll check in with another caution. They've got there's my answer. They've got 42 laps remaining. If we get another caution, I'll actually show y'all. We still have a Bruton Smith signed diecast that we really want to give away, courtesy of the one and only NNR Mountain. I'll show that to you if we get another caution. Looks like we got 42 laps remaining. They can go about 25 to 27 laps on a tank of gas. So, yeah, we'll have to see. But we're going to rack and stack them back up under these Kentucky lights. 40 laps should be about it once we go back green. Finesse should be able to retain the lead. Sully really close by, depending on how they get on and off pit road. Got to love the RNG of the game. And there they are. Finesse actually end up losing a spot. So you got the 61 of Mountain taking him down into turn 1, barreling off with the 78 to his outside. 19 O'Horn in P3, Asbel in P4. Then behind Asbel, you've got the 62 of Heated Snowman. I'm sorry, 82 of Heated Snowman. Guys right now are all very, very close. A little bit of door contact between 3rd and 4th. 28's going to try to duck down low underneath the 61. Coming off 4, 61's going to get close to that wall. We've got another caution. All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Told you about that car that we're offering up. Here you go.
Hey NNR fans, get your hands on this Lowe's Motor Speedway 50th anniversary diecast that's signed by track owner Bruton Smith by watching repeats broadcast on Twitch. If we get over 50 live viewers on any stream, the diecast will be unlocked. The winner will then be determined by a trivia question selected by repeats. First to answer adds this sweet ride to their collection. Thanks for being the best fans around.
All right, I wouldn't imagine that it would actually need all that time, but maybe it was just a second to cool off. Say, hey, let's get this straight. Let's keep our bearing about us. But it's still the 61 and 28, 8 and 19, 82 00, 7, and there's the 88 of our current points leader and last year's champion, old Watt Racing, heading down 1 and 2.
Mountain and AJ both on older tires here, and then you have some guys on 2 tires, Asbel, and I mean the left still should have been pretty good there. Our first cars that took 4 tires on that last round of stops is Finesse and Sully there in Watt Racing. So those guys, a little fresher rubber, but once again, like I said, they only ran a few laps, so I don't think they're quite sitting ducks up front. But we'll see if Mountain can stretch this out at all here and kind of let those tires equal out a little bit. He's already shown he has the speed, so I'm excited for the guy right now, Pete.
Yeah, I'm really excited for the 61 Mountain up front. Asbel has definitely shown that he's got a truck that can lead. He's got a truck that he can win with. But the shot of momentum or the shot of confidence that this race can do to the 61 Mountain could speak volumes for the rest of the season, not only here in trucks, if he has the ability to race another night. A lot of people are off right now because of this whole COVID or coronavirus, that's going on. But we'll definitely see Mountain in the Xfinity and the Cup Series on Tuesday and Thursday night. If he can get a feeling of what he might need in his car by running this race, I'm really looking forward to seeing what Mountain's going to be able to do in the Xfinity or Cup Series later on this week.
Yep, he's doing awesome right now. He's got Asbel, who looks content to kind of work behind him. Hot on their heels. They still have, I believe that's the 82 of Heated Snowman and Sully, and now Finesse. Like I said, Finesse and Sully, little better tires right now. But at this point, I want to say they've kind of equaled out a little bit. So great strategy call by Mountain to get the lead. Let's just see if you can keep it up there and run away with it a little bit. Everyone's going to have to pit. 4 more tires have to come for everyone. So good job by him getting out front, getting that track position. Like I said, Asville's going to be smart here, and it looks like Heated Snowman, and these guys are content to just see if they can break away a little bit.
I think Mountain is trying something a little different. He's not exactly getting that truck on the yellow line. Well, now he's going to make a liar out of me. Of course, he must be listening. In the last few laps, he hasn't been getting that truck on the yellow line. He's actually been about a lane up, and Asbel has been on that yellow line, but because the 61's been out there, he hasn't been able to get back in the throttle. So the 61's been able to maintain his momentum off the corner. It made a little bit of contact right there, but this is going to allow the 8 to get on by. But I look for the 61 to really stay strong. Ooh, a little bit of bumper contact to the back of that 8. Might try to push him a little bit. Mountain to the outside, 8 down low. Got the 62, and then the double O. There's the 7 of Sully. Top 5, top 6. Really battling hard.
Trippy Main, well, NNR Trippy now, he's joined the party. So this top 6 here, then you got Shadowlack and AJ trying to catch these guys too as they're racing really hard now. You know, when there's 5 or 6 of you want to try and get to the front so you can be one of the few guys who has a chance to break away. Right now with this pack, they're going to be racing each other.
Yeah. Now, if
3 wide, Trippy, 3 wide, hang on to it. Oh my, this is bad, Pete. This is bad going into 1 3 wide
and got put in the wall.
Yep. I mean, Sully is in a bad spot there, and unfortunately, Heated Snowman paid for it being the guy on the outside. Sully, it's just turn 1 so tight there. It's hard to do 3 wide.
Yeah, it absolutely is. Kind of a tough break for Heated Snowman. Heated Snowman's really just here to get a little bit of seat time. He's not in it for points or anything like that. So he might have said, you know what, you guys go ahead. I'll take a back seat, and I'll see you later. He's had a truck that could contend all night long, but up front it's still Asbel and in the 61 Mountain.
Yeah, he might not be running for points, Pete, but he is not happy with that right now. I can guarantee it.
Yeah, nobody likes being put in the wall no matter what series you're running.
yeah, points or no points, league racing or practice. It's not it sucks when you're that vulnerable guy at the top and you have to pay for someone else's sins. So.
Yep.
But he does have a fast truck. We'll see if he can start to settle back in here and kind of reel these guys in. But that's what I was talking about too, Pete, because you see now the 3 guys are breaking away, right? You have about 5 guys, 6 guys kind of hanging in there. But right now there's a little bit of gap with Finette. Oh, and Sully just tagged the wall.
Yep.
You have a little bit of a gap.
His, back bumper right now.
Yep. You want to be one of those guys at the front. So when there's 6 or 7 of you racing hard there, I mean, you're racing because now you can see these guys, they got themselves situated in the top 3 and 4, and they're starting to drive away from everyone else. So these are the guys who got themselves in position. I think Vanessa is working really well with Mountain here to try and keep him in Asbel's draft and not let him get too far away.
Yeah, I know you, Mount Vanessa, work pretty well together when you're preparing your cars or trucks, week to week. How much? I know you said you haven't really turned very many laps here at Kentucky for the Xfinity or the Cup race that you've got coming up on Tuesday and Thursday night. But how much have you and Finesse actually gotten to work with Mountain since he's kind of joined up with your group?
Yeah, I mean, Mountain, Ness and I, we ran in other leagues together and always had a great time racing with each other. It's really just Mountain's work schedule. He's, working a lot of nights and evenings when Finesse and I are practicing. So if it wasn't for the fact that he's, kind of his work schedule, he would be able to run with us a lot more. We still share a lot of information with him, but as you know, it comes down to seat time, and you can get a really good setup and really good adjustments, but a lot of times to get them fast, they're on the edge, and if they're on the edge, one mistake can really send you spiraling through the field. So, I mean, he's done a great job, obviously, tonight and all season. Just some bad luck, but he practices with us whenever he can. That's for sure.
Well, there you go. Yeah, and his practice has shown to really be paying off for him. It's good to see him getting more and more top tens. You know, I sent him a message after Pocono saying, yeah, another top 10, hell yeah. He's pretty happy about that. So if he's
Short
able
pit
to,
and deep.
yep, if he's able to crack another top 3 or top 5 tonight, I'm happy for him. Let's keep going through. Go ahead, grab. I'll actually grab King Outbreak's stream. He's rocking the Napa colors. He looks like he's sitting back there in 21st. And next time he
20.
comes, go ahead.
20 laps to go, 2 feet. 20 laps to go, so pit road's about to get busy.
Bragg's Tooth just took a big shot to the inside wall. Not quite sure what happened there, but looks like we're going to stay green. He's out of the racing surface. Papa Bear's on pit road. Not sure if that's a blown motor or not. A lot of trucks here, Boehner. A lot of loose trucks.
Pete, I did a terrible thing here and accidentally backed out of the lobby. Can you send me another invite, sir?
Absolutely. Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
Rookie mistake, man.
I've been
Rookie
there,
mistake.
trust me. There you go.
Thank you, sir.
Yepper. All right. And I missed the lap count, so I'll have to wait until we come back around. There's 32, giving the 12 of Double J a big push coming off the corner, going down the backstretch now. And there's the double O of Finesse coming across the start-finish line. So he's definitely got a big gap back to King Outbreak. And as King Outbreak comes across the start-finish line, looks like we've got 19 laps to go. So just under 20 to go here at Kentucky.
That's right, Pete. Also curious if anyone's going to try the 2-tire thing. I think the lefts will make it. I don't know how the truck's going to handle. I didn't try it in my limited practice that I did, but we got a wreck. Finesse isn't, unless that's just me coming into the lobby. I don't know. Could have been lag from me just reloading up here. So scratch that. I saw
looks like
a truck flipping.
everybody's green still.
Good. Okay. That was crazy, man. I just saw trucks flying everywhere once I loaded back in.
I'm sure they're glad they didn't see that. Yeah, here's back to that. I know I said 19 earlier, but the 18 of Cowboy. He's in the 19 in the Xfinity series.
Trippy's surrendering third place right now to come down pit road.
Yep, see him as King Outbreak comes screaming on by with 15 laps to go now. Now his fuel says he can go 6 more laps. There's 15 to go. They should be able to do it on one can and right side tires, and that is about as equal as it gets as far as time on pit road. So we'll have to see how that works out for him.
Yeah, the only problem with that, Pete, is if there's another caution, and you no longer have that option to take 2 tires. But I don't hate it. This thing has a green flag feel to it. If guys practice it and can make up that 6-7 seconds just taking 2 on pit road, that could be the winning move.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to see. Back now with the stream for the 18 of Cowboy. He's actually got 3 laps left in his tank, and his tires are screaming at him. So his right front right now, with 3 laps to go, is at 8%. His right rear's at 15. His left sides are in the mid 30s. Asbill's up front. Finesse is second.
He's pitting.
Yep. Cowboys gonna bring it on down pit road this time. No sense in risking to run out of gas. So we'll have to see how he does. I'll actually get on the that 18 right now if I can find him.
Yeah, Finesse going another lap here. Evan, who also went into the top 10, is on pit as well. We talked about him a little bit earlier, being a rookie, just minding his manners. He's having an excellent race here in stage 3, moving his way through the pack, getting in position to get a top 10 here as well.
Yep, I'm on the 18 of Cowboy right now. You see him keeping it really, really down low, going through 3 and 4, getting down on the apron, whoaing it up, trying to get down to 45 miles per hour, coming to the line right now. And let's see as he pulls up his menu. Definitely going to take just one can. He's thinking about just 2 or 4 tires. Right now it's on 4, debating back and forth, 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4. The 18's going to pull in. He is going to take 4 tires, no fuel. I'm sorry, 4 tires, 1 can. I don't know if this is going to be a great call for him unless he practiced it and found that 2 tires did not work for him. Maybe the truck was too loose or something like that with the left side heavily worn. We'll have to see how Cowboy fits back into the running order once he gets back out on track, which you see him doing right there.
Battle for the lead, Pete, between the guys who already pit. Asville just got by Mountain. Remember, Mountain short pit a little bit, and he came out in front of him on pit road just barely. And Asville with the new tires is going to prevail back by him here. I think Mountain, unfortunately, was really going to have to fight him off there, and he did the courteous thing and didn't really try to block him too much, and let Asville, once he got there, he's cruised by, and now he's driving away. Still going to be a great finish for Mountain.
Yeah. I'm actually on the 61 truck of Mountain right now. He's got the 6 of Cadillac right behind him, and then in front of him, like you said, is the 8 truck of Aswell, which has about a good 10 truck length lead right now. Let's keep going through. Actually, I'm going to grab a quick lap count before I go anywhere, as Matt is coming through 3 and 4. He's going to come across the start-finish line here in just a second. As he does, it looks like we have 9 laps remaining. So under 10 to go. I'm curious if the 61 is going to have enough if he's short pit. We'll have to wait and see.
Yep, Finesse took 2 tires. He has about a 4-second lead on Asville right now. So Finesse did go with the 2-tire strategy. Asville is trying to chase him down, so I was incorrect. I did not catch Finesse come down pit road and take those 2 tires. So he right now is about 4 seconds ahead. I can see Asville visibly closing on him, but I don't think it's going to be enough time unless Finesse has an issue.
Master Killer, that would be pretty cool to hear the Imperial March while watching a race. I have to agree. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Watching someone fast like Aswell come up through the field with the Imperial March playing. That'd be something. Sperl's saying a trip was too fast on pit road, so speeding penalty for that 33 as we catch back up with the 8 of Asbill. He's got a pretty healthy lead over the 61 of Mountain. The Mountain's got I think that's a mirror full of the 7, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong though.
Yeah, Asbill is definitely catching Finesse, but once again, I think it's going to be it's going to be too little too late unless Finesse really starts to get loose here or have any sort of handling issues, or his lefts just don't make it. But yeah, he's catching him quick. It's down to less than 2 seconds now. So this is going to be interesting.
Yeah, Bod Fusion checking in, saying, "What's up, guys? What's going on, Bod? Guessing if you're in here, something happened with your truck. Sorry to hear it, but welcome, man. As we've got under 10 laps to go, I would guess probably somewhere about 5 or 6 at the moment.
Yeah,
You're thinking more Battle of the Heroes, huh? Yeah, all right, we can do that.
Yeah, Pete, we got 4 to go coming to the line right here.
4 to go, so under 5.
I'm riding on Asbill's hood view. I'm watching that truck back up to him, a Finesse. I don't know what his tires look like on that left side. I'd imagine he's just trying to manage this. He definitely doesn't want Asbill to get to his draft, though. That's going to be the end of it if Asbill can get there by the time we get to the white flag, because 2 tires here for sure not going to hold off for.
No, not at
Not
all.
with a big run in that draft.
Yep, you got that right. I've watched.
3 to go.
Yep, I've watched Cowboy. When he came out of the pits, he was in 18th, and he's cruised his way back up to 11th with those 4 brand new Eagle Feel Good. So, yeah, 4 tires definitely make a huge difference here in Kentucky.
Yep, we're down to 1.4 seconds. I mean, he's caught him about 3 seconds in the last 8 laps, 6, 7, 8 laps or so. So here we come, 2 to go. I think Finesse is driving it for all it's worth now, that's for sure. Asbill's going to have to make up a lot of ground here in 1 and 2 to have a shot at him.
Well, I mean, I'm on the hood view of Asbill right now. See him down low, really trying to get back into the gas as soon as possible. He can definitely see that 00 of Finesse in his windshield. Now they're both in the same corner. Asbill real hard, real deep into that corner. You're going to try to power off as soon as you can. Let it straighten up, wash out up to that wall. 1
White
lap
flag
left remaining. Asbill stay finessed. Finessed up front. Asbill second. I think that's still the 61 of Mountain. So 2 of your very good buddies could be talking to us here in post race in just a little bit. Looking again off the front bumper of the 8th, watching that 00 catch a little bit of lap traffic. I don't think it's going to come into play. It should be the 00 of Finesse up front, coming to the checkers right here. Asbill in P2, and I think it's going to be Mountain in 3rd.
Wow. How about that, man? The 2 tires.
How about that?
2 tires. You know, I was wondering when they were stretching it a lot further if someone was going to try it. Like I said, that works well if there's no caution. You know, if there had been a caution, Asbill could have taken 2 and had himself, with the track position. But, man, great race by those guys all race long. Ran each other clean as usual, raced each other smart, and it's no surprise they finished 1-2.
And you know what? I've been corrected
Sully
again. Sully was able to get around Mountain through 3 and 4, coming to the line. Sully's going to go ahead and take over that 3rd spot from Mountain, but still a great top 4 finish for Mountain tonight. That's definitely something to be happy about.
Hey, how about
that he's had.
Shadowlack? Yeah, Shadowlack rounding out the top 5, and then it looked like we had Fatless Dig. How did he sneak his way up to 6? Good job by him. Obviously, there at that last stage, I kind of missed who 7th and 8th was, but AJ McChamp, a rookie, coming home 9th, solid top 10. Evan, a rookie, coming home with the top 10. So great job by him. Cowboy, Dooman, Horn, Bot Plays, Trippy Main, the last of the cars on the lead lap, Striker, Exclusive Elite, and then Willie rounding out your top 18, Pete.
There you go. Good job, man. Good job. All right, so I'm going to back out of this because I don't want to go to Vegas. I wouldn't mind going to Vegas. But that's another story. But yeah, let me go ahead and shut that down. I'm going to get it back over to the booth. Get ready for some post-race interviews for our Truck Series top 3. Let's take a look here. All right, I see Finestin, I see Asbill here, and I see, I see Sully. Yep. Go ahead and start it off with Sully, please.
Yeah, you got it, Sully. You got me, buddy.
How's it going, man? It was a fun race. It was a good time.
What's up, Sully? Yeah, I mean, it looked like a lot of fun. So much different strategy going on, especially each stage. Talk to me a little bit about what your game plan was coming into the race, how it shaked out, and I mean, P3, congratulations. How'd you do it, buddy?
I set the car up more for the long run, so it was really fast at the end of run. I think Asbo and Finesse were a little better at the beginning of the run, and And so the cautions coming out kind of hurt a little bit, but it was a lot of fun. Congrats to Finesse on the win, and Asbill for good runs also.
Yeah, man, it looked like you guys really treated each other respectfully for the most part up front. You guys all raced each other smart. It looked like the top 10 in general would have been a blast to race around and be in. I know the restarts look like they could be a little crazy, maybe a little three wide into one. That isn't
Yep.
much fun, but other than that, I mean, it looked like a blast.
Yeah, and I don't know who was on the top side of me, and I didn't leave him much room, and I think he got into the wall, and I don't know who it was, so a shout out to him.
Yeah, that was Heated Snowman, and he's a good guy, and he recovered, still came home with the top 10 there.
That's
But
good.
yeah, it looked like you got kind of put in a weird spot there. I'm sure he's pretty
It
understanding of
actually
that.
shocked me because I was racing Snowman, so I was trying to make a move on him, not knowing somebody was making a move on me, and that's a little bit of my fault because I kind of panicked there a little bit, so I wanted to stay up high because I almost took his nose off.
Yeah, well, good job, man. I mean, mistakes happen, and like I said, I wouldn't even put that one on you necessarily. But good job out there. Great P3 run as usual. Put on a great show for us tonight.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it. Congrats again to Finesse. Great run.
Yeah, I can't overstate that anymore. Absolutely great, great job by Finesse, great job by Aswell, and of course you too, Sully. You've been a great addition to NNR since you came in right around Charlotte, and man, you're staying very very consistent. Congratulations.
I appreciate that because I'm having a blast and I'm glad to be here.
Well, definitely glad to have you. Aswell, repeat. You got me.
I got you, bud.
Aswell, I tell you what, you've got 4 wins on the season. I'm looking for some information now on the site. You've got 6 top 5, 7 top 10s. You've got about 20 playoff points. We've got 5 or so races to go before we start the postseason. You are on a tear. You are you're racking up points like they're going out of style. You had a truck that was on rails. It was you, Finessed, the 61 a Mountain, and a couple others up front all night long. Tell us about that hot rod.
Man, the first stage it was a little too loose. I barely finished that stage. I had 1% on my right rear in that first stage to come on. I think it was like second in that stage. I almost caught whoever was in the
I had
lead. I was just
0.
about to pass him, and it started sputtering. I'm like, ah. But then the second stage, I made some adjustments. Got the car wear better, way better on the longer run. Had better tire wear. And then I went to go pit in the second stage, and then there was a caution. So I don't know if I was in the wrong for not pitting when I was already on pit road or not. So I decided, well, I'm already on pit road. Don't pit. So. And then the third stage just came up a little short at the end.
Well, even in real NASCAR, we see highly paid crew chiefs make the wrong decisions from time to time. So don't beat yourself up. It's going to be another great points night for you, not only for your overall second place finish, but also those stage points as well. Congratulations on another top 3, another visit to the post race interviews. Any shout outs from you, sir?
Just you guys, man. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing. And thanks for Finesse for racing me clean and Sully. I gotta say that.
There you go. There you go. Well, Banner, you get to take your good old buddy.
Finesse, you got me.
Loud and clear.
You too tired taking son of a. Pete and I were talking about it in the booth. I was curious. I actually thought you and Asbill both might try that. I was kind of trying to talk about the pros and cons. Obviously, no caution came out there, and you were able to just hang on to it, man. I'm sure that thing couldn't have been feeling all that great on those 2 tires, and Asbill was doing everything he could to run you down there. So great job by both of you guys all race. I was jealous watching how all you guys worked together up at the front there. I was like, man, this looks like a blast. And obviously you guys did an awesome job. Tell us about your race. Tell us about the call for 2 tires there at the end. And, maybe has anyone, that you're friends with might have convinced you that strategy might work.
I don't know if there was any two tire situation strategy before that race happened, but yeah, had a pretty clean stage 1 and 2. It was going fairly clean, nothing really happening, just trying to work with the people that were up front and get away. And the last stage was rolling, and a couple cautions happened, and gotta give his a hats off to Mountain. He had a fast car, and he ended up short pitting that last pit stop to try to get some track position on us. So I decided to stay out and just try to catch what I had to make up on Asbill. And then he pitted 1 lap before me, and I decided to go with the 2 tire strategy. And I had like 6 seconds when I came out of pits, and I honestly thought he was going to get to me and run me down, but his tires killed. I was able to keep a 1.4 gap on him, so he didn't get a draft on me. Luckily, I definitely thought he was going to get to me, and yeah, just was able to nurse it home.
Just an awesome job by both of you guys. I mean, I think if I was in Asbill's shoes, being the first one to pit, I would have taken 4. And then I think that pretty much made up your mind for what you had to do, knowing that he had the track position on you coming onto pit road. And I think it probably became kind of a no-brainer for you once he beat you to pit road there. So perfect job by both of you guys. It was fun watching him reel you in. I don't think you could have held him off for 3 more laps personally.
Well, I was able to hold the gap a little bit. He gained, and then I gained back on him. So we'll see. Probably not. The lefts weren't looking too good.
Well, great job, buddy. Good win. Good job by all 3 of you guys and all the guys in this truck series. It was a blast to get to broadcast that race, and just so much strategy. Pete, how did we do it? I feel like we did a good job staying on top of all of it, huh?
Yeah, I think so. Not bad for your first time up in the booth calling a race. I hope you had as much of a good time as I did listening to you and grabbing all kinds of detail and information from you. Everybody that tuned in tonight definitely got a treat. I absolutely appreciate it. If you ever find yourself with lonely Sunday night when you're not Xfinity or Cup racing, please feel free to come around and say hey. But no, I absolutely appreciate you, keeping me company tonight. And man, it was a hell of a race to call with you.
Yeah, that was awesome, Pete. Thanks for having me. You're number one as always. You're my true inspiration, you and HD, and
if I'm
everyone
your
else who hops
inspiration,
up here.
definitely
So
you got
it's just
Pete
it's just a pleasure.
Pete for
I mean,
president.
I'm just glad the race didn't disappoint either. That was awesome, guys. Great job by everyone. Fantastic stuff.
Yeah,
And
thank
as
you, guys.
Coey checks in saying, great job, Boehner. I know, Coey. I get you. I understand. But no.
Pete, you're
Well, let
number
Boehner
one.
come
You
take
know
your
it.
spot, repeat.
No, shut up.
No. No. Coey said, great job, guys. Boehner did great, and I completely agree with you, Coey. But no, guys, that's going to be it for tonight. On Tuesday night, right around 8:30, 9 o'clock, the Xfinity guys, they're going to take their turn around this 1.5 mile bumpy bluegrass state track out here in Kentucky. It's going to be a lot of fun. Usually they've got to right around the same amount of cars, between 30 and 35 cars. So that's also going to be a lot of fun. Please go on up. If you haven't already, smash that follow button, hit the subscribe if you can, support the channel. Again, anything that I personally get from Twitch, I am going to put right back into tchotchkes from NASCAR.com or from NNR.com. Head on over to NNRLeague.com. Click on the Zazzle tab on the bottom like you saw in the commercial earlier. If you need a polo, if you need a t-shirt, golf balls as we come into the spring-like weather, all kinds of stuff there. Maybe your man needs something for his man cave. Get him a wall clock or a throw pillow. Who knows, right? But yeah, I'll be back Tuesday night right around 8:30, 9 o'clock. We'll kick that off with the Xfinity guys. Thursday night with the one and only HD Motorsports. Until then, I'll catch you around the track. Good luck to all you Pro League hopefuls.